Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alfiyah Wulandari. I'm from Tbi-C at 5th semester. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now I will read my resume to fulfill my assessments semantic by my lecturer, Mrs. Fitria. Okay, I will start. The first, I will explain about sentence meaning, grammatically, acceptability, and meaningfulness. Okay, sentence meaning is an important component of general account of linguistic meaning. Studying it raises important issues about finding relevant data, about the relationship between data and theories, about the use of intuition as data. And grammatically is a feature by its own and should not be identified by acceptability, and so its acceptability should not be identified by its meaningfulness. Acceptability is a predicate of our linguistic data at bottom. A big part of data is judgment of the acceptability of an utterance of a sentence in a specific context. And meaningfulness is the sentences are grammatically well formed. However, they are either meaningful or meaningless. John Lyon asks, when we look at words and phrases as meaningful units, we also have to deal with the fact that, on the one hand, a single form may be combined with several meanings, and on the other, the same meaning may be combined with several word forms. Okay, the second is new meaning figurative language. Figurative language is language that is intended to create an image, association, or other effect in the mind of the listener or reader that goes beyond the literal meaning or expected use of the words involved. And the types of figurative language. The first is simile. Simile is a figurative of speech that compares two unlike things and use the words like or as, and they are commonly used in everyday communication. The first is metaphor. It's a statement that compares two things that are not like or dislike. Do not use the words like or as. The third is hyperbole. It's an exaggeration that is created to emphasize a point or bring out a sense of humor. For the example is, I will die for you. The fourth is said Dutch. It's a type of figurative language that uses one part to refer to the whole, or the whole to refer to the part. And the fifth is idiom. Idiom is our non-literal turns of phrases so common that most people who speak the same language. Personification is the attribution of human characteristic to non-living objects. For the example is, the sun greeted me when I woke up in the morning. Onomatopoeia is a language that names something or an action by imitating the sound associated with it. Pun is a play of words. The example is, time flies like a arrow, fruit flies like a banana. Allusion is when a text references another external text or maybe a person, place, or event. And the last is alliteration. It's a sound device that layers some additional meanings on top of the literal language of the text. And now is the function of figurative language. Here, two functions of figurative language. The first is the might be by putting a foreign concept into familiar terms that a reader or listener can easily grasp, or it might be by creating imagery that is vivid and visceral. The second is some types of figurative language also have other use unrelated to their role in creating imagery. Okay, the second is the names or meaning relationship. Richards defines synonyms as a word which has the same sense or nearly the same as another word. Synonyms is a word that are different in form but similar in meaning. The types of synonym, the first is cognitive synonym, the second is contextual or cognitive synonym, third is place synonymy, and the last is absolute synonymy. And now is antonymy. Antonymy is a word that we think of opposites or oppositeness of meaning between a word and the other word or among words in the same part of speech, such as good, bad, fast, slowly. According to Lyons, antonymy covers the relation between lexical items whose meanings stand in opposition to each other, and it is often thought as the opposite of synonymy. The types of antonyms. The first is gradable antonym. The second is complementary antonyms. The third is relational antonymy, and the last is multiple antonymy. And now is hyponymy. Hyponymy and polysemy. According to Richards, hyponymy is a relationship between two words in which the meaning of one of the words includes the meaning of the other words. According to Richards, polysemy is a word having two or more closely related meanings. Entailment is two statements which may be related in such a way that if one is true, the other must be true. Types on entailment. The first is one-way entailment, and the second is two-way entailment. Okay. The third my explanation is the dimension of meaning, denotation, and reference, connotation, sense relation, and lexical and grammatical meaning. Okay, reference is the way speakers and hearers use an expression successfully. Denotation, the straightforward or common sense meaning of a sign, literally what is actually shown in an image. And connotation is the emotional and imaginative association surrounding a word. Lexical studies word formation which produce new words. It can change part of speech meaning. Grammatical studies word formation related to grammar. It does not change part of speech and meaning, but give signal grammatical information. Okay, I think enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.